So, you want to build a truly impressive physique and be more jacked than everyone you know? Well, it's time to break down the reality of what that actually takes. You see, in the world of fitness and physique, there are different levels, we're going to call them ranks, of people based on the effort that they put in and the results that they get out. Today, I'm going to lay out the 5 ranks of lifters, from those who struggle to see the results they want to the ones who are truly pushing their limits and reaping the rewards forever. Now, whether you're just starting out or you're looking to break into the next level of gains, I'm going to show you where you currently stand and what you need to do to level up your physique so much that everyone you know is going to be asking you how you do it. Let's start with rank 1, rookie. This is where about 90% of lifters find themselves, and most will never make it beyond this point. These are the folks you see in the gym consistently, sure, putting in the effort, showing up multiple times a week. They've got their protein shakes, maybe they take some pre-workout drinks, they might even know their way around some of the equipment pretty well. As a rookie, you may have experienced some initial gains when you first started, adding a little muscle, dropping a bit of fat, but then you hit a wall. Your physique remains static, stuck in a sort of pretty decent but nothing special zone, and it stays there for years, maybe even the rest of your life. One of the biggest reasons rookies stay stuck is because of what happens outside of their workouts, especially on the weekends. Monday through Friday, you might be hitting your training sessions feeling motivated and making some decent choices with your diet, but come the weekend, you let loose, skipping workouts, eating junk food, staying up late, neglecting hydration. This cycle repeats week after week, where 5 days of effort are undone by 2 days of inconsistency. Nutrition, sleep, and recovery, key aspects of building a better body, are all over the place, and because of this, you never really see the results you're after, no matter how much effort you put in during the week. And it doesn't help that when we all first step into the gym, those initial noob gains come on fast and easy. Your body's untrained and responds quickly to any sort of stimulus, so you might start seeing progress within just a few weeks. Arms get a little fuller, muscles start to show through, and your strength starts to shoot up. It's easy to think, that's it, I've cracked the code, all I need to do is keep showing up and keep getting better. But oh, how wrong that mindset is. Those fast gains are just low-hanging fruit. Your body adapts to the shock of doing something new, and after a few months, that easy progress slows to a crawl or just stops entirely. It's at this point many rookies find themselves lost, unsure why their initial success isn't continuing, and they don't know how to adjust their training or anything else to keep the momentum going. Nor do many of them even really bother to look into it, to be fair. The truth is, for many rookies, this plateau is less about the physical limitation and more about the lack of passion for the process itself. They may simply just not love the grind, the challenge of pushing a little harder every time, or the art of truly mastering their training and nutrition. They're just not that invested enough to dive deeper into the details that could take the results to the next level. Maybe they don't have a strong reason for doing them, right? A powerful enough why that's going to keep them disciplined on the weekends, or to care about perfecting their form, tracking their progress, and things like this. Maybe they don't realize what an incredible physique can do for somebody. Either way, without that love for the game or the burning desire to really make something of their efforts, and the discipline required to do so, it's easy for them to settle for a mediocre physique. It's not always that they're lazy, they're usually just comfortable with doing enough to maintain, but not enough to transform. Or they really don't understand how much more effort they can actually put in to begin with, and they had unrealistic expectations for what level of effort is required to really achieve this, often just turning to blaming genetics, time, age, or some other bullshit factors in its place. And that's why they usually remain in rank 1, always putting in some effort, but never seeing the real results that come from fully committing to the lifestyle. Next up, we have rank 2, interested. At this level, you're at about 5% of people that you'll find in the gym working towards a better physique. But it's not all that much better. Okay, you've moved past the complacency of being a rookie, and after seeing some small noob gains dry up, you're fed up with being stuck. The frustration of looking the same despite working out weekly pushes you to start taking some extra steps, and you do begin to dive deeper into the details that you believe will make a difference. So as an interested lifter, you'll train hard. You'll track your calories and proteins sometimes, or some will pay attention to them. You'll pay more attention to staying hydrated, and you'll even keep an eye on your body weight occasionally to measure progress. You've started to understand that building a better body takes more than just showing up to lift weights. It involves controlling what goes into your body too. For the first time, you might see some further improvements as you start taking these steps, and it feels like you're finally doing things a little bit more right. But despite your newfound discipline, you still won't be seeing the kind of results you've hoped for. One of the biggest issues with being interested is inconsistency still. While you might be disciplined for a week or two, pushing through workouts, tracking your food here and there, staying on top of your hydration, you tend to fall off every couple of weeks. It might be a cheat weekend that turns into a binge, or a stressful week that throws you off track, and as a result, you end up repeating the cycle of intense efforts followed by setbacks once again. This makes progress slow and frustrating, and you can't seem to understand why you aren't seeing significant changes despite all the work you feel like you're putting in. Well, the truth is, interested lifters, along with the rookies, make up about 95% of the gym population. And ironically enough, they're often the most vocal about how they work so hard and don't know why they're stuck. They feel like they're putting in serious effort, but in reality, they're not even close to the level of consistency and discipline required to see real results beyond the first year of easy gains. They think that because they train hard and some days they track their diet a bit here and there, they should see some big changes, but real progress requires doing these things day in and day out. It's not enough to put in bursts of effort, you have to build habits that last and start tracking things. So now we move on to rank 3, the serious lifter. Now these are the individuals who have left behind the inconsistencies of the rookies and the interested. Here you've graduated from the 95% and will now stand out with a physique that is visibly more developed, leaner, and more defined, putting you in around the top 3% of all lifters. It will be clear that you take the gym seriously, and you're now putting in the work to show it. While passion and love for the process play a role, what really sets this rank apart is your reliance on data. Emotions take a back seat here, and instead numbers, metrics, and consistent tracking are going to drive your decisions. As a serious lifter, you train with precision, tracking every session from the weights you lift to the reps and sets you perform, ensuring that progressive overload becomes more predictable. You track not only calories, but all of your macros, making sure each aligns with your goals. Hydration and sleep become priorities, not afterthoughts, because you know these are essential for recovery and performance, which you are now prioritizing. Your consistency in these areas means you will start seeing continuous improvements, and progress isn't accidental for you here anymore, it's deliberate, driven by the adjustments you make based on real data and feedback. Another key difference at this rank is your approach to tracking body weight. It's not just about looking at the scale once in a while, you track weight daily, averaging those numbers out weekly to see real trends and adjust your diet accordingly. This level of tracking allows you to fine-tune your approach and maintain steady progress without the guesswork, and as a result, you start seeing even faster results, and your physique starts to stand out from basically any beginners or early intermediates by a lot. Your results speak for themselves, and you'll really start building some serious momentum. That said, this is only rank 3 of 5. Now, while you'll have a disciplined approach to your training and nutrition, you'll still go off plan once in a while, maybe once a month, but the difference here is that you don't let those slip-ups turn into a downward spiral. You get right back on track, using the data you've gathered to adjust and keep moving forward. It's this balance of dedication, passion, and focus on measurable progress that now separates you big time from the crowd of peasant gym goers, keeping you in the category that few lifters ever actually reach. Next up is rank 4, the hardcore, and this makes up probably about the top 1.5% of all lifters. At this rank, you do everything the serious lifters do, but with a level of dedication and detail that takes your results even further. Like the serious lifters, you track sessions meticulously, monitor calories and macros even more precisely and consistently, prioritize hydration, and you ensure you get quality sleep every night. But as a hardcore lifter, that's just the baseline. You've added even more elements to your routine, turning fitness into a true commitment and lifestyle. One of the key differences is how you approach nutrition. So while serious lifters are diligent about hitting their macros, the hardcore go beyond that. You focus a lot more on nutrient-dense foods, aiming for the highest quality fuel you can get. You understand that it's not just about hitting targets, it's about choosing the best sources to maximize recovery, satiety, and overall health. On top of that, you incorporate regular cardio sessions and you ensure a minimum of 10,000 steps a day. You see, it's not just about lifting weights anymore, it's about keeping your heart healthy, maximizing work capacity, and treating yourself like an actual athlete because you are one. You're optimizing for physique, health, and performance here across every aspect of life. This is a whole different ballgame. You also take your progress tracking to the next level. So while serious lifters might track their body weight properly, the hardcore adds visual progress into the mix as well as typically measurements, using photos and videos to refine lifting form as well and monitor specific changes in the physique. This extra layer of feedback helps you adjust your training with even more precision, ensuring that every session counts towards your goals. And your efforts pay off. You'll see faster and steadier progress than most people, achieving an impressive natural physique that catches attention inside of any gym and out of it. But with this extreme level of commitment comes some challenges at this rank. When you're hardcore, it's easy to become so absorbed in your routine that you sacrifice other aspects of life. You might pass on many social events or time with family because it doesn't align with your fitness goals, and your pursuit of perfection can make it hard to find balance. You're still human though. You might go off the plan once every couple of months, but even then, you get back on track quickly using your data-driven mindset to adjust and keep pushing forward. Ultimately, the hardcore understand that true mastery requires more than just following a plan. It's about optimizing every part of their lifestyle, but sometimes they can lose sight of the bigger picture, that building a Greek god physique shouldn't come at the expense of enjoying life. A great physique is meant to enhance life, not take over life. However, by reaching this level, they're on a path few ever follow, turning their passion into a pursuit of true excellence. And this level is actually mandatory to go through in order to reach the mastery of this game, and to understand what level of discipline and mindset is required to have you looking and feeling like a Greek god or goddess for life. So finally, we reach rank 5, the unbeatable, the stage of true mastery. This level represents the top 0.5% of lifters, those who have achieved a peak natural physique that turns heads anywhere they go. Whether you're on the beach, in the gym, or dressed up for an event, you exude the kind of aesthetic appeal that leaves a lasting impression and breeds serious confidence. At this stage, you have taken every element of the lifestyle from the hardcore rank and you refined it to perfection. You maintain an incredible physique year-round with minimal fluctuations in body fat between your cuts and bulks, effectively just looking sick year-round while still making gains. The thing about this stage is that it's typically not possible to achieve it without first becoming a serious lifter. That's rank 3. You see, in ranks 1 and 2, there is no guarantee you're ever going to go beyond them. But the moment the flame is ignited and you become a lot more serious about this game, you've now embarked on a path towards mastery, towards rank 5. What sets you apart in the unbeatable rank is your ability to integrate every aspect of fitness into your life seamlessly. You eat nutrient-dense foods by default most of the time, as you now understand the difference that it aggregates over time in terms of mood, energy, health, and performance. Stress here is managed intelligently, and you've built an intuition that allows you to eat whatever and whenever in a flexible way without derailing any progress at all. You've learned how to integrate your training, diet, recovery, and daily routines into a harmonious plan that is flexible, but also conducive to feeling, looking, and performing better. You become less rigid and more fluid. At this level, you don't just follow a program. You are the program, adapting and adjusting effortlessly based on what your body tells you or whatever comes up in life. Your progress goes on autopilot. After years of fine-tuning, learning, and tracking, you know very well what works for your body, allowing you to make continuous gains without ever hitting a plateau indefinitely. You have an uncanny ability to keep improving while maintaining balance across every aspect of life. Unlike those in the hardcore rank who might sacrifice social life for flexibility, you've now mastered the art of weaving any and all aspects of life to fuel your holistic approach of treating yourself like an elite athlete at all times. You've built habits so deeply ingrained and curated your environments in a way that sticking to your routines is now effortless, even as you continue to push your limits in the gym and in your physique. This level of mastery is less about physical appearance and more the evolution of mindset and understanding. By this point, your physique mirrors that of somebody who understands true, intense levels of discipline, as well as all of the nuance that goes into this game. The unbeatable have learned that real success in this game comes from making it sustainable and flexible, from being able to stay at the top of their game without it requiring much mental effort at all. They've reached a point where their love for the process is matched by their depth of understanding, bulletproof intuition, and the power of their habits. It's this unique blend of passion, precision, and seamless integration that makes them truly exceptional, setting them apart as the ultimate example of what's possible with a natural physique and what the lifestyle can do for you. I've gone through every rank of this along my 15-year journey, and while it may seem like once you hit rank 5, there's nothing more to strive for, that is not the case. There's always more to learn, optimize, and more progress to be made for many years or decades to come. But the beauty about reaching this rank is this. First, you'll never have to worry about not having an insane physique for the rest of your life, essentially on autopilot. Being out of shape at any age forever is no longer a possibility for you, which removes a huge amount of potential stress down the line that the majority of people face, even just general health. Secondly, the trials and tribulations of this game, along with the rewards, will have you become the most confident, powerful version of yourself in any endeavor. To master something, especially as important as your physical health and fitness, gives you a depth of knowledge that crosses all areas of life. Lastly, you'll now become used to being the sickest looking, most jacked person basically everywhere you go, or at least one of them, with the mental and physical bandwidth, and more importantly, the knowing that you can do whatever it takes to be great in anything in life you decide to go after. As someone who can speak on such an experience firsthand, I promise you, it's unreal. For those of you who won't get stuck in a 95%, the vocal majority who just likes to talk a big game, and instead you're ready to walk the fucking walk and level the fuck up, I'll see you at the top.